Welcome to PrepsNet Coach Speak with Briarwood Christian head football coach Matthew Forrester, powered by CM Gridiron. Here's your host, Aubrey Johnson.
We're in the weight room of Briarwood Christian School. Welcome back to the show, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So this past week, you had a tough out against Ramsay, losing 23-14. Tell us a little bit about that game.
It was a really tough game. Ramsay's a really good team. I mean, they're the defending North champion, played in the state championship game last year. And so they came in with something to prove. They've lost their first two games as well. And it was tough. We got down 9-0 at half, and then they made a couple big plays. And we battled back. We got, it was 14-23, and we had the ball on the 1 yard line, and we ended up fumbling.
Wow.
And so that was a heartbreaker, but we're there ready to challenge at the end. We just got to figure out a way to keep pushing forward and getting better. So
but doing it against the Ramsay team that really almost won the state championship, you got to feel good about the progress.
Absolutely. We knew the first part of our schedule was really front-loaded with three really good teams. We knew we could be 3-0 or we could be 0-3.
Right.
You never want to be in this situation, but at the same time, you don't stop. One of the great things about high school football is there's playoffs at the end, and you've got to win your region, and you've got to play region games, and those are the games that matter. So we want to improve each week. We want to win, we want to improve, but we're not going to play teams that aren't going to be tough. And so our non-region schedule's really good, and then we started off with our first region opponent being a really good team. So now it's just put your head down and keep working.
Absolutely.
We can still accomplish going to a state championship game and all those things.
Yes.
So we're excited about it.
Well, good. Tell us about some of the players that kind of stood out to you this week.
Yeah, we had some really good moments on Friday night. Ryland Ham was the Sam linebacker. He had an outstanding game. He also intercepted a pass, returned it for a touchdown.
Nice.
Did really well. And so he was a big part of it. Carter Fountain on the offensive line really battled. They had two really good interior defensive linemen. And so getting those guys, fighting with those guys, really battling, it was a good night for those two.
Well, good. What about the injury bug? Did you have many injuries through the game?
We didn't. We had one guy got a concussion. And so he'll be out. But for the most part, I mean, we've been battling, and injury bug has not struck too bad, but it has hit us in each of the games.
Okay, well, it's a part of it, though, isn't it?
It definitely is. You can't play a physical style of football and not have a few injuries along the way. But that's why you build depth. That's why you have so many guys practicing so that it's next man up mentality, and you're ready to go.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll be right back to discuss this coming week's game right after this word from CM Gridiron.
PrepsNet Coach Speak is powered by CM Gridiron. CM Gridiron is your home of fan-focused Alabama high school football. From our weekly interactive Team of the Week and offensive and defensive fan-selected player of the week polls to the Alabama High School Stadium Tour, player profiles, Coach of the Week features, and live in-game scoreboards, CM Gridiron is the largest fan-driven digital platform in the state of Alabama. Your team, your voice, your vote, your game. CM Gridiron.
And we're back. Coach, this week you play at Carver-Birmingham. Oddly enough, they won their first game this past week, beating John Carroll 26-7, but it's the third week of the season. So they had two open weeks or bye weeks back to back. So this is the only thing you have with them on tape. How do you prepare for this type of game?
Yeah, one of the things you love about like getting into week 3, week 4 and on is like you've got tape and you kind of know what they're doing, and it's like, man, we're back to square one with these guys.
Not this time, yeah.
So we got to see them, and they did some really good stuff against John Carroll.
Right.
You know, their coach is a really good coach, and I know he's got more in his bag, and he didn't show everything he had. And so you don't just prepare for and you're trying to stop plays, you're trying to stop an offense, but at the same time, you've got a defensive structure in mind that's supposed to handle problems, and so you're not yes, we're trying to stop a play, but the structure stops everything or holds stuff down.
Right.
And offensively, you've got rules that you have to follow. And so if we follow our rules, follow our progression, doesn't matter what wrinkles they show, we should be okay.
Okay.
And so, but it's not easy because when you've only got one game tape, like, who does the quarterback really like to throw to? By week 4, you really know, all right, this quarterback likes to throw to this guy.
Yeah.
This is their offensive playmaker.
Yeah.
So you go into the week saying everybody's a playmaker.
Right.
We don't know who their best player is.
Be ready for anything and everything.
Absolutely.
Well, that's funny. Coach Rod Carson over there is in his 3rd year, and I wonder, what style of play can you expect from him?
I think he's a tough, aggressive coach. He likes his team to play tough. They're spread out on the field. But he's also, from an aggressive standpoint, the first play of their season was a halfback pass.
Wow.
I mean, they scored a touchdown against John Carroll and on a halfback pass. And to me, it's like, man, you're calling a trick play on the first play of the season? Yeah. So I was impressed with that, knowing that he's going to go for it. He ran a fake punt. There's a lot of little wrinkles he's got. And so I like the way he calls the game. I like the style that his boys play with. And so I'm looking forward to getting a matchup. It'll be the first time I've ever played against him.
Oh, good. Well, that will definitely be interesting then, won't it?
It will.
Well, Coach, that's our show. Appreciate you as always, and we appreciate you watching. Follow us again next week for another Briarwood version of Coach Speak.